Spider Monkeys, I was totally terrified that I wasn't going to see Twilight before today. And I'm wearing the suit from my usual show because it is now too cold to wear my favorite t-shirt even in Texas. Thank you, God! Anyways, if you haven't seen Twilight by now, don't expect me to let you on the ark when the Big Flood 2.0 strikes. Just kidding. I'll let you on if you give me an Oreo. Anyways, I was so worried. I pulled out half of my hair, even though I am now mostly bald. I filmed random videos of Isabel the Pig, and I even took up playing the bugle to reduce stress. Where's my bugle? Here's my bugle. Fortunately, I was able to see Twilight just yesterday. First off, about a third of all the people at the theater were guys. The second third were girls, and the third were turkeys, which might be surprising in your town, but not in mine. At first, I thought Charlie's mustache was a raccoon who was clinging onto the screen, because that happens a lot at the theaters in my town, and a lot of my redneck comrades were very puzzled when their shotguns just didn't make it go away, which is funny because even though they missed, they did manage to shoot a real raccoon in the third row. Sorry. My favorite part was the restaurant where Bella and Edward go after he saves her, because it was exactly like I imagined it in this twisted brain of mine, except there weren't any clowns, which is good. If your name is Mike Newton, then I seriously pity you, not only because Mike Newton sounds like likes rootin' and no girl wants to date a pig, but also because Mike acted like a total fool in this movie. I really feel bad for laughing at him, but what was that thing you did outside the diner window? Does that really work? Does that really get girls? I don't think so. Actually, Mike, you're probably the #1 character I want to see in the next film. You know, actually the first place I read Twilight was while I was held prisoner by a band of merry monks. I'm not even kidding. My parents wanted to get rid of me for a few weeks, so they made me stay at this monkery in Oklahoma. Great job there. And one night it was pouring down raining, and all the power went out, so it was completely dark in my cell. And all I had was my Palm Pilot, which had an ebook of Twilight on it. So sitting by a stone window at midnight while it's storming, reading that stuff is really what got me hooked on this series. I also had the song Canadian Idiot, which I listened to like 100 zillion times. That explains a lot about me, doesn't it? Back to the movie. I didn't like that they cut out most of the piano part. And the scene with Jacob at the beach only developed his character from the level of like the Hamburglar to maybe the Blue Dog and Go Dogs Go. I mean, they're making a movie of New Moon. Yeah, we got that going. And we barely even know Jacob. I think they could have added 10 minutes to just slow things down and make Jacob a little bit cooler, because he was just like this long-haired Indian guy, and there wasn't much to him except we know he doesn't like Edward at the end of the movie. Twilight was the best film I've seen in 2008, except for Tigger's Big Adventure. I'm sorry, it's a guilty pleasure. So is Bella a positive role model? Of freaking course not! She tripped all over the runway in high heels. Oh wait. I thought you said supermodel, not role model. I'd have to say I think she's not the best role model, simply because she does so many utterly crazy things that would result in any normal person who didn't have an Edward Cullen bodyguard being killed or being shipped back to Forks without their kidneys. But who really looks to books for role models? I don't. I read 10 Apples Up on Top nearly 600 times now, and not once have I wanted to dance with a lion on a telephone line. Okay, maybe once. Okay, maybe every day. In fact, I'm going to do that right now.